Hey guys, it's Nitro Nintendo, and welcome to the multiplayer podcast with uh with my other co-host here.
Hello, I'm Adam from Maybe Yell Without the Yell if that ever happens.
Hopefully it will. So yeah, this is the new podcast. We're gonna talk about games and stuff. That's pretty much the podcast. Maybe we'll
Yep.
have some guests on. Hopefully, we will. Uh, we're gonna talk about stuff along the lines of Nintendo news, what's going on with Nintendo, maybe some other companies sprinkled in there every once in a while, and just games in general.
hmm
And I'd say let's get right into our first subject, which is Nintendo bringing back the My Nintendo rewards, which is
Yes.
very
The
very
physical rewards. They've started rolling it out, I think this past week. I don't know, someday. There's a few Mario 35 posters, some like a little zipper case for headphones, Animal Crossing bags, things like that. It's little stuff, but it's also, like there could be like statues and stuff like they used to have, yeah, with Club Nintendo. So I'm excited about it. I got the posters already.
I also got the posters. Hopefully they're coming in soon. I think within, let's see, it's been 5 days since I got mine, and they've like started shipping them. So it should be at most another 6 days.
Okay. I think my pro one of my problems with the whole thing is that Club Nintendo, that stuff used to be like 100% free, but now they're putting $5 shipping onto these items. And so far these items haven't been like, they're cool, but like they're not that great quality. So the fact that it costs $5 just on shipping kind of like, brings down the whole experience and stuff. Because like Club Nintendo's like you ordered it, came to your house, that was it. But like having to pay a fee, like I could get what a copy of like
Star Fox a Guard. You could
yeah,
get
I could
five
get five
copies of Star
copies,
Fox
five
Guard
factory sealed copies of Star Fox Guard for that much. But instead I'm buying um you know
posters.
posters or like a headphone zipper case or something. I just don't think it's like it's cool, but it's not worth it for a lot of the stuff on there. Like unless you're getting multiple things, it can be kind of it's just weird that they're, you know, having you pay shipping.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say part of the reason why they didn't do shipping with Club Nintendo and they're doing it now with My Nintendo, is because with Club Nintendo, you got the points from buying games. So you already bought something to get the points. With My Nintendo, they use the silver points instead of the gold points, and so you don't buy the silver points. You do tasks on the My Nintendo or just regular Nintendo websites in order to get them. So I would say the only reason that they are doing paid shipping is because you don't have to buy any sort of games or anything in order to get points. You just have to pay the shipping fee.
I kind of forgot about that it was like, not paying for anything. I hope cuz right now, at least like as of when we're recording this, we should probably have said that it's October 20th, 2020. Um, they haven't started making gold point rewards, so it's just the platinum rewards. Which, yeah, that does make sense, and I hope they start bringing out gold point rewards because, one, there may not be shipping. I mean, shipping's fine, but I would prefer not to pay it, and also maybe even better items like again the statues and stuff, because that's just really cool. Like even they had controllers and like games and stuff. Super awesome.
Yeah, since I believe one gold point is equal to $1 on
hmm
like for how much you
Physical
pay
games. Yeah.
for physical games, and it's equal if you used it on the Switch eShop, one gold point is equal to 1 penny. I would say that uh, if that dollar amount is the same thing on uh, as it like if it's not the same as the eShop, so if it's worth a dollar amount on the My Nintendo website and not the penny amount, I would
Mhm.
say that they probably will end up doing stuff like controllers and stuff for like, I don't know, 300 or so gold coins, something like that, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, something like that. Well, the thing is, see, gold points physically, like if you buy a physical game, it's worth 1 gold coin. But I think isn't it worth like um you get 300 if you buy a $60 game on the eShop. So it's worth a lot more there.
Ooh,
They'd
really?
have to, yeah, it's really weird. They'd have to find some way to do it. I'm sure, they'll figure it out. But I'm just hoping for better rewards and stuff because that could be really cool.
I'm hoping that they bring back like what were they, platinum and silver rewards that they had at like the end of each year.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we're coming up at the end of the year right now, and I believe you didn't have to pay points for those awards or rewards or whatever you call them.
Hmm.
I believe that they were just you just had to submit enough games in order to get them.
Yeah. There's a lot that they could add that they just took away. Just kind of sad that Club Nintendo is gone. Uh, if
I def
what what are some of like I haven't seen too much from Club Nintendo, but like what are some of your favorite rewards that you've seen?
I really liked that Luigi's Mansion statue, and like everyone pretty much. Um, but one of the things which I was really happy when I saw the poster set come out for Mario's 35th anniversary Super Mario 3D All Stars. That poster set, I got really excited because ever since I like learned about Club Nintendo and like saw the Club Nintendo posters, I've always wanted like the Club Nintendo posters. I don't know why. I've just always thought they were so cool.
Hmm. I like want the Luigi's Mansion trophy just because Luigi's Mansion 2 was one of my favorite games on the 3DS. The posters are cool too. Because like I'm hoping they had ultimate posters like they had because those Smash 4 posters that
Look
you could get
so
on Club
good.
Nintendo, those are iconic now. Like I see that
Yeah.
people have them. I'm like, oh, that's the Club Nintendo poster. I also hope that you know maybe some games because didn't they have like Game and Watch games for the DS or something on there?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. And they were like exclusive to mine or to Club Nintendo. So those are really cool.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, you can always get them at a used game store now, but
mhm.
I think that, getting them from something like Club Nintendo is a lot cooler. Like I could see if they brought the physical rewards back a lot sooner or just continued with Club Nintendo, I could see right now, maybe a couple months ago, a year ago or so during the Switch's lifespan, I could see them doing three free 3DS games. I think that would be very cool.
Oh yeah, because I can't believe that they just did discounts for 3DS and Wii U games. Like
Yeah.
especially they should have done like at least maybe like a few of the virtual games, a few of the virtual console games or something.
So I know that they did do stuff like you could get free DLC for Splatoon 2, or you could get
Yeah.
free 3DS backgrounds with them.
Mhm. Switch backgrounds? Question mark.
I think should we move on to our next subject, which
Yeah.
should be Switch backgrounds, maybe like
Okay.
Switch
Sure.
updates in the future.
Yes.
Uh, I think yeah, in a Switch update in the future, they should definitely add backgrounds for the Switch. I think that would be absolutely amazing.
Although it has been like how long has it been? 3.5 years. Because today, oh yeah, today's also the four. It's been 4 years since the Switch was revealed for the first time. I don't know. I feel like it was like such a necessity to have them, but now that the Switch is almost like four, I don't think it's as likely.
I kind of agree with that but, like, I feel like if they do something like that, it'll be, like, some some backgrounds that come with, like, some game that they're just like, "Well, we're gonna put out this game, and it's probably not gonna sell well." Uh, I'm not saying this game that I'm about to bring up isn't gonna sell well 'cause,
Pikmin
all
3?
pretty I was about to say Pikmin 3
Yeah.
Deluxe. It feels like I've barely heard anyone saying, like, "Oh, I'm excited for this game. I'm gonna buy this game," you know? I heard it when it first was announced, but, Nintendo has pretty much overshadowed Pikmin 3 Deluxe with Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Mario's 35th anniversary items, uh,
Mhm.
which, you know, I feel bad for Pikmin 3. It's like they're trying to screw over the game
I
again. Like,
actually think it might sell well.
really? I
Yeah,
think it'll sell well. Like, I don't think it'll sell as good at launch, but I feel like in a couple years it'll be a decent title on the Switch that would have sold
I know
pretty
we've
good.
I know we've gotten pretty off topic, but, like, I've seen a lot of people excited to play the game, and, like, I had a fun time with it, like, with the demo. I think the demo was a really hard push for the game. I think having new prologue, epilogue, and hard difficulty modes is really good for the game. I think, like, children like, I saw, like, on Twitter, some guy said about his daughter how, like, his daughter's, like, 8. She loves the game. Like, she played the demo, and she just is waiting for the full game release. I think it's gonna do really well. Just
I
'cause,
I
like, Pikmin are such a marketable character, and, like, even with I know this is still getting really off topic, but, there was a picture of a bag from Super Nintendo World in Japan that leaked, and there were Pikmin in it, and there's gonna be hidden Pikmin throughout the land. So I think it's just a really marketable group of characters.
it definitely is. I think that it's not gonna sell as well as anything um, like Odyssey or it's definitely not gonna sell as well as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because come on, that's like what,
Obvious.
the second best-selling game on Switch?
Mhm.
Uh, I definitely think that it will do well, maybe not as well as Nintendo hoped it would, though. I f
I think it's gonna do better this holiday than, Zelda what is it? Calamity Warriors? What is it? Calamity
Calamity something, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the new Zelda game, the Breath of the Wild prequel. I think it's gonna sell better.
I think it'll probably sell around the same because they they announced the Breath of the Wild prequel, but it's not like Breath of the Wild if I remember correctly. It's more like Hyrule Warriors, correct?
Mhm. It's a pretty close combination of both. I think they're both gonna sell extremely well, but Pikmin will beat it.
I think you're right, especially the fact that you know, we know more about Pikmin than we do about Hyrule Warriors so far.
Mhm.
Not Hyrule Warriors, Calamity, whatever.
Calamity, I don't
Um, yeah, I don't know what it's Calamity something. That's all I know. I feel like if Nintendo really wanted to get a quick
it's Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity, there we go. If they wanted a quick cash grab besides just releasing like a deluxe version of it, uh, if they wanted to sell, I feel like Nintendo could get away with selling Pikmin 1, 2, and 3 in a bundle like All Stars, except instead of $60 for like 80, they could get away with that for sure.
Yeah, I thought they should've bundled it and stuff. What do you think is gonna or how much do you think they'll sell, like, 5,000,000 units?
Let's see.
Do you think they'll break that?
I'm gonna compare this to Odyssey. I want to see how many copies of Super Mario Odyssey were sold. 12.17 million copies of Odyssey were sold, and I think that as of the s- so let me correct myself. As of June 2020, the total sales have reached 18.06 million copies sold of Odyssey. I think that in the whole entire lifespan of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Uh, so pretty much the rest of the Switch life, probably a year or so after it actually. I feel like it's gonna sell 4 or 5 million copies, yeah.
Mhm. I think that still is really well for the series. Like, Hyrule Warriors, even heck, how many did I think Fire Emblem Three Houses sold like 3 million, right? And they were so surprised and they were so happy by that. I think Pikmin's gonna do a lot better than that, and I think it's gonna be a great game for this holiday.
I think it's gonna be a little less popular, than Luigi's Mansion 3, I feel like Luigi's Mansion
Mhm.
3 as of, April 1st sold 6.33 million copies. I think that
Wow.
it's gonna do a bit worse than Luigi's Mansion 3 did. Uh, I think that it's gonna sell somewhere around, I don't know, yeah, 5 million copies is a pretty safe bet, actually. I would say that's decent. Um,
Do you think it'll sell better than Ring Fit?
oh, oh yeah. Did Ring Fit even sell a million?
Yeah, it sold so many million. It sold a lot. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's like 7. That's probably wrong.
Four
Oh, four
million.
million. Yeah. I mean, that's still a lot though. I think it'll outsell that though.
I think the problem with Ring Fit Adventure is just, at least in my opinion, from watching the trailers for it, it just doesn't look fun.
Hmm.
It's trying too hard to be like a mix between Wii Sports Resort or like Wii Fit Plus and Wii Sports, you know? It's trying to be like a mix between the two,
I disagree,
except
but
with
I
like,
think we have to keep moving on cuz to the next topic because we got way off topic there.
okay, well, do you want to go back to the Switch hardware and hardware updates, or talk
Oh
about?
yeah, we could talk about hardware updates. I think one is coming by I think they're gonna do a 4-year thing, like, I know this is far off, but maybe, like, by March 3rd, they'll be like, "Okay, we're having a huge software update," or a huge, console update, and it's gonna be online focused because, they implemented that tab on the friends list that's, like, parties or something, and
Oh
they
yeah,
haven't used it yet. It's only used in one game, and it's really janky. So,
which
I think
game,
they're
by
gonna
the way?
implement that. I don't know, it's some random third-party game.
Uh, uh, my question is it gonna end up like PlayStation and Xbox One parties,
No.
or is it gonna be like game parties where you all play a game together,
I think it'll
or?
say it'll be like a tab in your thing, and you can, like, invite someone to your game, and it'll give them like a notification on their Switch or even on their phone if they have the Switch Online app. And it'll be like this person wants to play, and then you press the join game button, and then it'll be like insert card, or it'll just throw you into that game with that person. So yeah, kind of like an Xbox party, but
I would say that uh with the party features, what would be cool for it is, how uh like with the DS and 3DS, you could play local with someone if they didn't have the game.
mhm.
I think what would be cool is if they kind of implemented something like that with local multiplayer, where if you wanted to play something like Mario Kart or um or even like, I don't know what game, Smash, something like that, where and you want to play it with someone who doesn't own the game locally, well then you can play it, like that handheld. Let's say you're out somewhere with a friend who doesn't have the game you want to play. Boom, there you go. You can play that game.
Hmm. I kind of don't see that happening just because it's a long shot. Also,
Exactly.
they have local multiplayer is set up through games like Smash and stuff. Also, you can take off the controllers and link them to a Switch. But my
Yeah.
online thing is also pretty far off, probably. I don't know. I'm just hoping that they do something with the Switch because it hasn't gotten an update in so long, and 10.0 was so underwhelming.
I feel like what they're more likely to do on the fourth birthday of the Switch is release like not even release, announce a Switch Pro, because
Mhm.
I hear a lot of people talking like the Switch Pro probably won't come.
I think it's
We're
gonna
almost
happen
4 years down.
soon.
I also think it's gonna happen because if you look at like these past console generations, uh, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 have been out since 2013, I believe, which is 7 years. So assuming the Switch stays the same, we will probably get a a Switch Pro around the 4-year mark.
I think they're gonna do something in March just 'cause, Switch Pro feels imminent. Also, in that Mario Direct, they said, Animal Crossing is getting that update, and they'll talk about it in March. And I think for
Oh,
March, they're gonna do
yeah.
something else, especially since that's the end of the Mario anniversary, and that's when the 3D All-Stars, will be taken down, which, by the way, people are saying it's gonna be released as separate games. I think March is the time to have a direct, because 'cause it'll be, like, the mark of the end of, 2020 and, like, be starting into something else where there are directs, unlike 2020.
I would say that's not far off. They probably will do something like that. Uh, what I feel like they might do though is um I don't know if you know this. The Switch is already the second best selling Nintendo console of all time, below the Wii. So I feel like they might try to ride that train more and try to they'll do a price cut on the original Switch or even make a Switch like at home version like they did with the Switch Lite where it's handheld only. They might do a console only version of the Switch.
Yeah.
And uh, if they did that, I could see them doing something where it might be even shaped like something like an Xbox or PlayStation 4, right?
Mhm.
Where it might be able to play like Wii U games or Wii games or something like that.
Ooh.
Because what I'm thinking is that uh I guarantee you if you go to like almost any like elder's home, right? Or like
Mm,
old people house, uh
yeah.
whether it's like a place that, is for old grandmas with dementia or a place where or like your grandparents' house, I guarantee you they have a Wii somewhere, right?
Sure.
And it was probably the first game console that a place like that, whether it's an old people buying it or an old person's home staff buying it, it's probably the first console they've ever made, right? And I guarantee you they don't want to have to buy whole new games for it. So if Nintendo does something like that where it's still like a Switch, but it can play Wii games to sell to like the much larger audience like that, because one of the things that we had was it went out to such a large audience that it just sold very well. If Nintendo did something along those lines, I feel like it would sell more to people like that and less to like gamers,
Mhm.
which it would get the Switch's sales up, but it wouldn't necessarily be more powerful, such as the Switch Pro might be.
I I don't think that would ever happen for the sole reason or 2 reasons mainly. 1, it's a 10-year-old console, and 2,
Oh, it's not a 10-year-old console. It's a 14-year-old console.
whatever, I can't count.
It's even older than 10.
Mm. And also, the Switch games are cartridges, so they wouldn't just put a disc reader on
Oh,
there
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
why not? I
Well,
I don't know, I don't think it's likely at all.
exactly. I was talking like very long shot. Of course, they're not gonna do
Yeah,
that. I would say
speculation.
that if they do that, it would be a very questionable move. a questionable move. Oh my
Mhm,
god, I can't talk. It would be a questionable move on Nintendo's behalf. Would it be cool? Perhaps a Switch that can play Wii games but is only console only, not hybrid. It would be very cool, but like weird to see, you know? Uh, I probably wouldn't buy one since I already have a Wii and a Wii U. Wouldn't I for sure wouldn't buy one actually. It seems pointless to buy one if you don't already have a Wii or if you uh already have a Switch like me too, you know.
mhm.
I could see really people such as like parents wanting to buy it for their children or grandparents wanting to buy it for their grandchildren for their house or something like I could see like people in their like l- later 40s, mid 40s, later 40s to like 70s buying something like that. I couldn't see something like a someone our age buying that, something like that. I could see them buying a Switch, just a regular one, maybe even a Switch Lite, but not something that plays Wii games, probably. You never know.
You don't.
I mean, it's
Um,
Nintendo. You never know with Nintendo. They
yeah,
literally
you
like
never know.
out of nowhere, they dropped the trailer for Paper Mario. Out of nowhere, they dropped the trailer for Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Out of nowhere, they dropped the direct for uh Mario's 35th anniversary. It's like
And out of
2020.
nowhere, they announced a Mario Kart AR game, which I think is what we should be
Yeah.
talking about next.
Oh,
It came
okay.
out this
Let's
last
talk about it now.
Friday. What's today? Today's Tuesday. So it came out, I think 4 or 5 days ago. Have you seen
Yeah.
stuff online about it? Do you have any thoughts on it?
I've watched people play it. At first, I thought, this looks not fun. It looks like a children's toy, something like, people from about the age of like, I don't know, 9 to 12, 6 to 12 would enjoy, But then I see like all these YouTubers and stuff playing it that are like in their like mid 20s, early 30s playing it, and they looked like they were having a blast. I'm like, shit. They look like they are having so much fun with this. I think I might want it. The only thing that's stopping me from getting it is that it's $100.
Yeah. So I think it looks really cool. I think it has enough content to justify what it is. The
Yeah.
only problem is that again, it's $100, and also I've seen quite a few. RC cars are a lot. Like they can get into the hundreds and maybe even the thousands. So making one for $100 and all that other stuff can be quite a bit. Like, the problems that I've seen mainly are the connection, because the Switch connects to it through, like, a Wi-Fi type connection,
Yeah.
which is not very stable. If you drive far enough away, it'll, disconnect from the Switch. Also, another thing I just find weird, like, looking at gameplay, it doesn't detect walls, which, like, I get, but
Yeah.
also, if you see, like, an opponent drive around a wall, you can still see that opponent. So
Um, One thing that I think is that I don't know if you've kind of heard about the issues with the like camera and connection, I'm guessing. The
mhm.
camera is a 1080p camera, just to let you know. It is it is a pretty nice camera, I would say, for an RC car like that. Um, so if you play on like a pretty big TV, I've heard that the camera quality looks a lot worse and that the connection is also pretty bad. I've heard that handheld mode fixes both of those.
Uh, yeah, I've seen a lot more people using handheld, but maybe that's just because it's, a very mobile type of thing. But I think overall, like, it looks really cool. Like, there's they did the best that they could with the stages, and I think it's a great idea what they did. Because, like, obviously, they can't choose what your stage looks like or anything, but they can add different obstacles and effects to what you're seeing. I think they did that really well. My only problem with it, like, experience-wise, other than, like, it's some of the technical limitations and stuff, is that you can't drive it up ramps.
Yeah. Um, you know, the Mario it's called Mario Kart Live, I believe, correct?
Mhm. Mario
It
Kart Live Home Circuit.
it's something that I would wanna try, but I wouldn't wanna buy with my own money, you know? It's one
Mhm.
of those things where it's like, if a friend has it, oh, I'd love to try it out, make a couple tracks, but it seems like something that unless I tried it and I really truly liked it, I I don't think that I would buy it because that would be a very risky move, especially with, someone like me who, doesn't have money incoming to my bank account that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think, like, I hope there's a price cut soon. Maybe if it doesn't sell very well, they can cut it down to $60. Things like that happen. PlayStation Classic went from 100 to 20, in, like, the
Yeah,
matter of a couple of months. I just really hope the price drops because it's a cool thing, it's just expensive.
yeah, I would, if the price does drop, it's something that I would consider getting, you know? It's it's a cool idea, but the co and a cool concept, just the execution of it is like, we're so unsure of it that we don't know.
Yeah, I guess it'll just come with time, like, I doubt people will be playing with this in the future, but who knows,
Yeah,
like, in Fondrax's new video, people are still playing with Mario Kart themed Kinects, Lego ripoffs, 10 years later, at least 10
yeah.
years later.
I can see that because the the idea of it is that it is close to the same as Mario Kart Live. You get to make your own track, and you get to you don't have any limitations for it pretty much, except like gravity and money. With this, it's like, oh, the cart can't go up ramps that well, stuff like that, you know?
Mhm. I guess it really just comes I don't even know, like, it's basically just price and a few hardware limitations, but, like, overall, it does look like a really cool toy that I wanna try out.
Yeah, I definitely want to try it out. It's not something that I would like to buy currently.
Mhm.
Um, I going on to another topic. This is, you know, a little bit it kind of matches with this. Uh, you know, I live in Portland, which is home of Portland Retro Gaming Expo. This is the first year in a very long time they have not had it. Uh, and it is it is such a cool place. I get to try out so many new games where it's like, hmm, if I've been questioning a game that I don't know if I want or not, I can try it out there and then get it later, or I can even get it there because it's an expo and they have an exhibitors hall. And you know what the exhibitors hall is, Yal?
Uh, Gaming?
Nope. Well, kind of. Uh, it's a bunch of game stores, pretty much with booths in one building, in one like area of the building, and they're all selling stuff. So
Ah,
you
so you
have
have, like, quite the
hundreds
selection.
you have hundreds of stores there
And you know what? They're
that
probably
you
all trying to beat each other with, like, bringing better games there, so you probably have, like, a great selection of games for good prices.
yeah, and so I'm gonna tell a story right now from
Okay.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2019. Um, so me, the guy with no money, correct? I walk into I'm a very big trader. I love trading. I love the hustle of with the quote unquote hustle of trying to trade your way up, right?
Ooh, that sounds
Um,
fun.
and and when you have all of these game stores in one building, it's so easy to do it. It is eventually I got to a system where this lady for some reason wouldn't refuse any trade I had, right? So
Mhm.
I would I would go to
Wait, so what did you walk in with, though? What game did
I
you
walk
bring?
okay. I will tell you what I walked in with. All right. So I walked in with a couple things, uh, which got me a couple stuff, a couple things, right?
Mhm,
One of the things I walked in with was my PlayStation 2. I didn't really like playing with my PlayStation 2. It wasn't really my thing. Uh, I walked in with my PlayStation 2 and I was able to trade that PlayStation 2 for a copy of Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube, a copy of Luigi's Mansion 2 for the 3DS, and a Captain Falcon amiibo. All right.
mhm.
Uh, I also came with $20 and I got Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3, and 1080 snowboarding. And then the throughout the second and third day of the expo, because those were the 2 days the vendors hall was open, I
Mhm.
started with $6, and you wanna know what I ended up with?
Oh, no. Let me guess.
Alright,
Um, hmm, a GameCube.
pretty close. I ended up with, a complete in box copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf, a cartridge-only copy of Mario Kart Super Circuit, and a pretty minty Game Boy Advanced SP
Wow,
for $6,
for
and
6. That's great.
I was able to trade my way up, um, and, I feel like if I kept on trading instead of calling it quits at the Game Boy Advance SP, which is what I really wanted. I really came there to get a Game Boy Advance SP,
Mhm.
because it was what I had been wanting for a while. I wanted to be able to play all Game Boy games, which I
Yeah.
am now able to with my Game Boy Advance SP. Um, so if I tried more, if I kept on trading throughout the rest of the third day, I probably would have been able to if I really tried hard enough, that was, like, the first big item I got. Actually, I guess the first big item I got was, Mario 64, uh, and the first big item that I got, though, that was, like, more than $60 was that, Game Boy Advance SP that was, worth about $70.
Mhm.
Uh, if
Game
I
Boys
would've
can get pricey.
Yeah, if I would've continued, trading, though, I probably would have been able to just in a few trades from that. Find someone who wants to trade a Game Boy Advance SP with a charger and Mario Kart Super Circuit, and
Mhm.
of course Animal Crossing New Leaf. I probably would have, that's about $100 or so worth of stuff. If I might have been able to find like a Jungle Green N64, just the console only though. And from there, I probably would have been able to trade it just up and up, and eventually, I probably would have been able to hit, like, I don't know, a Virtual Boy.
Mm.
Uh, I set very high standards for myself this year but then COVID came along.
Ah.
My goal was gonna be try to get a Virtual Boy for a couple bucks, $10 or so.
Mhm.
But then, COVID happened and,
Yeah.
we're here now. But, yeah, I get to try out so many new games there and watch the Tetris World Championships live, which is also a bonus.
That's cool.
Yeah. Game conventions are definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I haven't seen any around my area, but I guess I can check. Do you wanna take that into I guess our last thing is what we've been playing. What have you been playing recently?
I don't know. I've been playing a bunch of different things. I'm about to start Legend of Zelda for the NES. That'll be nice. You
Mhm.
know, hopefully I'm gonna beat it. Yeah.
Nice.
What I've been playing quite recently though, is Mario Sunshine. I've been playing quite a bit of. Among Us, of course. Who hasn't been playing Among Us?
Exactly.
And that's about it. I've been playing some online games and just some miscellaneous games.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Oh, I forgot about that. I haven't played it in a couple days, but
Forgot.
Yeah, we've probably sank in on the realm for my Discord server that we have. I've probably sank in 20 hours or so in the past 2 weeks-ish, maybe even more, I don't know. I've
Tis a lot.
played a lot of Minecraft recently.
Now
Um
hang on. Discord says you're playing Skater XL right now. Is that true?
I am. I just it's a game I can play quietly without, like, talking about the game. It's one of those games where it's like, if I don't wanna just sit and talk, if I wanna do something with my hands, it's a game that I can play. I don't
Mhm.
play it too often. It's one of those games where it's just like a mindless game. Try not to fall. If you do fall, then you respawn. Um, what have you been playing?
Uh, I've been playing a lot of Mario or 3D All Stars. I got quite a few stars in each game. I also went to my first game store. This last weekend, I got a few games. I got Diddy Kong Racing. I got uh Clubhouse games for the DS. I got Star Fox Guard. Link's Crossbow Training. I haven't played many of those yet. But yeah, I've got a lot to play, and I'm happy that I went to my first game store. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and with that, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're close to the 40-minute mark or so, I
Yeah,
think.
something like that.
So we're gonna end it here. I don't know what gameplay is gonna be in the background. Probably some Nintendo game. And yeah, we'll see you all
Yes,
later.
some Nintendo game and Celeste.
Yes. Goodbye.
Celeste has been in the background. Goodbye.